Rockstar builds entire worlds, and then sometimes they just leave things in them. No explanation, no mission, no reason to ever go there. Today we're going into the hidden locations that most players never found. Across GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, GTA 4, and GTA 5. Some of these were clearly cut content, some have no explanation at all, and a few of them are just genuinely unsettling once you know they exist. Let's get into it. GTA 3, the field nobody was supposed to find. There's a location in GTA 3 called St. Mark's Meadow, and in a normal playthrough, you will never reach it. No mission sends you here. No marker points to it. The map gives you zero indication this place even exists, but it does. To get there, you need to head over to Marco's Bistro in Portland. Line yourself up with a specific wall and jump onto it. First few attempts, you're probably not making it. Eventually though, you land on the wall, drop down the other side, and suddenly you're standing inside a massive enclosed grassy field, completely separated from the rest of Liberty City, just open terrain, surrounding walls on every side, and total silence. Now here's the part that makes no sense. Rockstar placed a stunt jump inside this area. Think about that for a second. This location isn't reachable by car in normal gameplay. Nobody drives here. Nobody was supposed to find it. So why is there a stunt jump sitting in the middle of it? The most common theory is that St. Mark's Meadow was originally designed for a cut mission, a chase sequence, a getaway route, something that never made it to the final game. The stunt jump is the only evidence that something more was planned here, and Rockstar just never removed it. The stadium with nothing inside right, in the middle of Staunton Island, there's a massive stadium, one of the biggest structures on the entire island. You can never go inside it. Gates are permanently locked. No missions use it, no story ever references it. It just sits there taking up space. Now, players who tried flying over it with the Dodo plane, good luck, because the Dodo in GTA 3 barely even counts as a plane. But once you finally get over those walls and land inside, the place immediately feels unfinished. From a distance, the stadium looks convincing enough. Up close, rough textures, missing details, invisible walls every few steps, and if you try walking onto the actual field, there's no collision. You just walk straight underneath it, like the floor was never built. But here's something interesting. When you load the game with higher quality rendering enabled, the stadium looks completely different. The textures sharpen up, the structure looks way more detailed. Collision actually starts working properly. Rockstar clearly built this place with real effort, then locked it away and never used it. A fully designed stadium sitting empty in the middle of a major island that nobody was ever supposed to see up close. The beach behind the mansion. Most players never go here, and honestly, even people who have completed GTA 3 multiple times usually haven't properly seen this place. Hidden behind Salvatore Leone's mansion in Portland, there's a beach. To reach it, you have to climb down the cliffs near the mansion and drop into the shore below. And when you get there, it's completely empty. No pedestrians, no activity, no ambient sound except the ocean. Just this isolated stretch of coast that the game never acknowledges exists. Compare that to any beach in Vice City or San Andreas, packed with NPCs, full of life, missions built around them. This beach is the opposite of all that. It feels forgotten, like a part of the map that got cut off from everything else and just never got removed. And right next to it, a lighthouse you can see from the shore but almost can't reach. Standing there for no clear reason, looking out over an ocean that nobody visits. Vice City. Sonny was never in Liberty City. This one actually messed with me when I first found it. In the intro of Vice City, Sonny Forelli is supposedly back in Liberty City, while Tommy is in Vice City. Different cities, different locations. The whole setup makes sense for the story. Except Sonny isn't actually in Liberty City. At all. If you break the camera angle during the intro cutscene and look around outside what Rockstar intended you to see, the interior used for Sonny's office is inside the Ocean View Hotel, the exact same building Tommy is standing in during that scene. Both characters, same building, different camera angles making it look like they're thousands of miles apart. Rockstar just pointed the camera in two different directions and hoped nobody looked around. Most players went 20 years without noticing this. The rooftop that makes no sense. There's a rooftop parking lot sitting above one of the busiest malls in Vice City, and every time I visit it, I find the exact same thing. Nothing. No parked cars, no NPCs, nothing. That alone isn't weird. Empty parking areas exist, but here's what makes this one strange. Almost every other parking lot in Vice City has at least a few vehicles spawning in it. This rooftop, always completely dead, no matter when you show up, and once you look at the details, it starts making sense in a weird way. The staircase leading down into the mall is blocked off. You can't actually access the mall from the rooftop at all. And Rockstar already placed a ground level parking area directly outside the building's entrance. Way easier to use, way more logical. This rooftop parking lot serves literally no purpose. Nobody in Vice City would ever realistically park up here, and that's exactly what makes it so unsettling to stand in. A space designed to be used that ended up being useful to nobody, not even the game itself. The Sea Shacks far off the coast of Vice City, sitting in the middle of the ocean, there are 3 stilt houses, medium-sized, isolated, and completely silent. One of them is partially collapsed. Another, if you use teleport to get inside, actually has a proper interior, which is strange by itself because most places like this in GTA games have no interior at all. You just fall through the floor into the ocean. But this one has a real inside, modeled, detailed, and completely abandoned. There's one small rampage activity near this area. That's it. No mission, no story connection, no reason to come out here. Most players never do, and yet Rockstar built an actual interior for a house sitting alone in the middle of the ocean that almost nobody ever finds. San Andreas, the warehouse. Outside the map. This one isn't just hidden, it's buried outside the playable world entirely. To find it, you need to head into a specific gym, use the jetpack cheat, and fly straight up through the roof until you break past the map boundary and enter what players call Blue Hell, the empty void underneath and around the game world. From there, if you follow a specific set of coordinates, you eventually hit an entrance marker. And the moment you walk into it, the game loads you into a hidden warehouse interior. Complete silence, massive empty space, a floor with a strange, reflective surface that honestly feels wrong to look at. No NPCs, no objectives, no indication this place was ever meant to be seen. The detail is the unsettling part. This isn't a half-finished box. Some areas look genuinely polished, like a developer test room that got left inside the final game by accident and nobody noticed. And one more thing, once you're inside, you can't leave normally. If you jump off the edge, you fall back into Blue Hell. The only way out is reloading the game from scratch. Rockstar built something, hid it outside the entire playable map, and left you stuck inside it if you found it. Whether that was intentional or not, nobody knows. The building with a secret. There's a building in San Fierro that most players have walked past hundreds of times without realizing it has an entrance. No mission points you here, no marker, no hint of any kind. But if you randomly walk into the right doorway, the game teleports you directly to the rooftop, where a parachute is waiting and you get one of the best views of San Fierro in the entire game. Same thing happens at the radio tower near the Big Ear station. Walk directly into it and the game sends you straight to the top. Again, no marker, no instructions, no indication it works. A parachute is up there too. The jump from the top with the desert stretched out below you is genuinely one of the most underrated moments in San Andreas. Rockstar hid these moments in the most boring looking spots in the game, and most players just never tried walking into a random building or a radio tower. The aircraft carrier. It's one of the biggest structures in the game, and most players saw it exactly once, during the mission where you steal the Hydra, and then forgot it existed. The moment you enter the restricted area, you get an instant 5-star wanted level. The game is actively trying to stop you from being here. But the carrier itself is massive and surprisingly detailed once you get inside. Storage rooms, missile systems, military equipment across multiple levels, and some of those missiles actually respond when you shoot them. Hit the thruster specifically and they spin around before going off instead of just exploding immediately. A detail that had no reason to exist for a location players almost never visit. The upper runway is the part most people never reach. Fully modeled. Anti-air defense system sitting up there ready to shoot aircraft out of the sky. And sitting on the deck, the Hydra jet. One of the only places in the entire game where it naturally spawns. Rockstar built a fully functioning military aircraft carrier, put it in the middle of the ocean behind a 5-star wanted level wall, and most players still don't know what's actually inside it. GTA 4 developer maps in the sky above Liberty City, high up in the sky where no player was ever supposed to reach. There are 2 maps that Rockstar left inside the final game by accident. The first one is called Animer, short for Animation Viewer. It's Rockstar's private testing ground for Nico. Random walls, platforms, ledges, staircases, climbing rungs on telephone poles. The whole thing is basically an obstacle course used to test Nico's movement system before anything made it into the actual game. Those telephone poles are interesting by themselves. Rockstar originally experimented with letting players climb poles and reach rooftops for better movement around the city. That mechanic never made it in. But the poles, with the climbing rungs still on them, are sitting in this test map above the city nobody was meant to visit. The second map is called CJ Test, and it's chaotic. Random props scattered everywhere. Open interiors. Barrels stacked against walls. NPCs sitting in chairs completely still, not moving, not reacting, just frozen there like they've been left running for years. Some of the backgrounds from Liberty City TV shows were tested here. The Chinese shop from the Mission Bull in a China shop exists inside this map. And there's a postman NPC, someone who never appears anywhere in GTA 4's normal world population, just standing in this forgotten developer space, like he's been waiting for a delivery route that never came. It's not a secret location, it's Rockstar's backstage, hidden in the sky above their own game. GTA 5, Fort Zancudo's control tower. Almost everyone who visits Fort Zancudo does the exact same thing. They steal a jet, they last about 30 seconds, and they get blown up. Nobody actually slows down to look around, which is why most players have no idea the control tower has a fully explorable interior. Walk through the right set of doors and you're inside a military complex with a security checkpoint, office rooms, a furnished training room, staircases across multiple floors, and a fully modeled elevator that doesn't actually work. It's just there, built, detailed, non-functional. Keep climbing, and on the 6th floor, there's a lookout, giving you a full view across the entire base. And from up there, you start to realize just how much of this place Rockstar built that nobody ever sees. There's an electrical room, a final staircase to the very top of the tower, all of it fully designed for a location that has no story mission, no collectible, no reason to be here beyond pure curiosity. And for what it's worth, it's one of the best hiding spots in GTA Online. Anyone trying to reach you has to push through the entire tower and climb every floor. You just sit up there and wait. Rockstar built an entire military interior and quietly left it for whoever was curious enough to walk through the right door. These games have been out for years, decades, some of them. Players have gone through every mission, data mined every file, mapped every corner, and places like these are still sitting there. Some of them unexplained, some of them unfinished, some of them just quietly waiting.